Yes guys, and welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd just jump on, do a little plot tour, because I don't think I've done one. Since last year, so I'm going to just guide you around the plot, because I think it's looking pretty damn good. So we've been busy all winter. There's not that much going, to be fair. We've got mainly stuff in the greenhouse, and the beds are mainly filled. We've got some leeks, onions, tons of onions actually, and garlic. But I thought I'd just jump on and we'll take you for a little spin around the plot and show you what we've been doing. Right guys, so we're going to kick it off with one of the most important bits of an allotment, and it is the composting area. So what we've done is we've made this structure basically out of Euro pallets, right, and then we've obviously got one for the composting area, which is going down nicely. Probably got stuff living in there, but hey ho. So we've got that bit there. We have got one here, which sometimes we do put it over there too. When we turn it, we add it to this bit and then let it rot down further in that one and then start again. But at the moment we've got piles and piles of rotting leaves, which will make us some good quality leaf mould, hopefully by next year. The next bit obviously is a bit of a dumping ground. Keep your eyes closed on that one. But yeah, so everyone's got a bit of a dumping ground. And we'll kick it off with greenhouse number one, which is a bit like the engine room of the allotment, to be fair. So we'll get in there and we'll show you what we've got going. You've got forward angle this time. Right, anyway, so we're going in. We've got a barrel there, which we've just filled up with water. I will be taking the top off, but this idiot's forgot his jigsaw. So that'll act like a little radiator, little mini radiator at night through spring, while it's when the temperature drops. So yeah, we've got that full of just rainwater. We've got a little potting area, which is, you know, a bit makeshift. Some old table legs and bits of pallet, but it does the job. And an old shoe rack that we found, so it's alright just to store our stuff on. We've then got some old racking over here. Obviously the seeds are locked away, nothing can get to them in the metal tub. We've got potatoes chitting down there, just nicely in a box. We've got our spare trays down here, although we do have, in the dumping area over there, we've got absolutely stacks and stacks of trays and pots and stuff that we've acquired, so we'll never run out of them. So yeah, and obviously we've got old trays we found. So we've got a mix of stuff. These will all be for the garden. These are all canners that I've just potted up. We've got obviously all the wildflowers there. Companion plants we've done there. We've got all sorts from cosmos, calendulas to marigolds, nasturtiums, morning glory. I think that's it. Anyway, yeah, so we've got all that there just to keep costs down, because we don't want to be having to buy plants to fill all the greenhouse and polytunnels. Otherwise it's going to cost a fortune, when all you really need to do is just buy a few packs of seeds and get them in. And we've got some, I think we've got chilies and peppers and some tomatoes, although we have got quite a lot at home anyway, which I will be moving down here in the next few weeks. So yeah, this is a bit of a, I'm going to leave it as it is. It's just a seed sowing greenhouse, and that's it really. So yeah, but I've had a few people message me about how we peg it down. I'm going to take you down here. Can you see there? You've got them sort of like pegs that you'd use when you're like laying curbstones. They're quite substantial, to be fair. And we've just whacked a few of them in round, obviously put a hole in it, and it's going nowhere. So we've had some strong winds and it's been fine. So yeah, so that's that bit done. I'm moving on. So as we come out of here, we've got a bit of a dumping ground down there, but it's where we're saving water from the greenhouses. And literally everywhere around the allotment, we've just got places where water is either stored or it gets stored from obviously the guttering. And yeah, you can't have enough water. And this, looking at it, is one of our water storage areas with all the IBCs. So if you've not got these IBCs, get on them. 1,000 litres in each one. I think we've got 7. Yeah, we've got 7 of them. And a bit of a storage area there. So yeah, greenhouse number 2. So this one, bit of a dumping ground. We haven't had this long, to be fair. It was my mum actually who found this. She went and collected it for me, so we just had to get it built on the allotment. So yeah, shout out to my mum there. Go on. So yeah, this is just a dumping ground, but I'm thinking what we're going to be doing in here. We're going to have a little bed down the middle, maybe a little path up there, and we'll just get some more tomatoes in here. I think the more tomatoes we can grow, the better. So for now, it's just keeping the cardboard dry. One of Oscar's little, he's getting the badge in there. Go on, Mr. Allen, you'll like that one. Get in. Shout out to Mr. Allen. Anyway, yeah, so it's just a bit of a dumping ground, but we're going to get that one sorted. Greenhouse number 3. So we're moving as we're walking over here. We've got, obviously, past all the beds, which we use pallet collars for. They are all full of onions, garlic, and a couple of leek, I think, yeah, a couple of leek, and that's it. So moving into the greenhouse number 3, as you can see, it's pretty much all ready to go. All we need is to sort out this this edge here where these are starting to sprout these little bits of weeds and stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with a no dig method. We're gonna cardboard, and we're gonna go with some nice good quality compost. Bit of horse muck, some bit of farmyard manure, whatever. And we'll go straight into that. So we're gonna be doing peppers and probably chilies, just because I'm having to bend here, I'm not like this. No wonder I've got a sore neck. Because of the height, so obviously tomatoes want the height, and we'll have tomatoes in the middle. Yes. Right. Step into my office. Greenhouse number 4. So, in this one, what I'm thinking, mind the mess. We have actually had some rats getting in, just in the behind the harvest thing, the board it's on. They've come underneath, so I'm going to try and find some blocks to put all the way around the edge like I've done over there, stop them getting in. But for now, it needs clearing out, and I think this is going to be the cucumber bed, because we did it last year and they were quite good. So all I'll be doing is I'll be putting the wire across the bottom, train them up, and as they get to the top, lower it back down, and then they can go again. So it worked last year for me, so we'll try that. And then I need to rip out this bed of looks like they've been eating black Spanish radish, is it? Black Spanish radish, so they need to come out. And that little hole needs plugging up. Obviously, we've got some old Scotch bonnets here. In fact, looking at that, I don't know if there's any seeds in there, but anyway, these weeds need to come out. The watering system needs sorting, and shout out to Harvest actually, because I've got another one on its way. In fact, I've got 2 on its way, one for the garden and another one for the greenhouse number 3. So yeah, so we're going to get this sorted, and I need to sort the flooring out in here, because once we start watering and that, it just gets flooded, so it's a pain in the ass. So yeah, so this is greenhouse 4, sorry, and it's got a bit of work to be done, but nothing's getting planted out just yet. So right, and as you all know by now, we've got a state-of-the-art poly, and it's looking good. It's still sitting at 18 degrees, but it was up to 33 before, and obviously it's only March, so it has its advantages, it's got its disadvantages as well, but the advantages way outweigh the disadvantages. So if you're thinking of getting a polytunnel, get it. There's nothing growing in here just now. We've got all the watering systems hung up. I'll probably sort that maybe next month. I'm going to be planting out our tomatoes in April, because that's what we did last year. And I know it's a bit early, but it worked for us, so who gives a shit? It don't matter, does it? So we'll get that done next month, and we usually do 4 to a bed in here, so we can get 4, 8, 12, 16 there. And then I'm thinking I'm going to be extending the watering system, because it only does the 2 beds in here, but it doesn't do the 3rd. So extending it down, I'm thinking we'll get another nice row of tomatoes. I think we're going to have tomatoes at either side of the main bed. Yeah, I've just decided that on camera. Here we are. That's what we're going to do. Get rid of the strawberries because they're a pain in the arse and they just block the way. We'll get them in a greenhouse or something, and that'll be it. Solid, just tomatoes. I reckon we could probably get 16. 1, 2, 3. We could maybe get 32 in here. We'll try for 32 plants, and then obviously companion plant around everything, because it brings in the bees, doesn't it? Yes, and we need to do more of that. So right, moving over to the west wing, should we say? No, it's the other side of the plot. We've got this structure that we made. I think we made it last year. Yeah. So basically, all it does is it collects the water, and then it runs into this like big bath that we've got here. and that's it. All we do then is we pump it back into the storage IBCs. Now these ones we got for free. They were a bit of a mess, so I had to cut the caging off, but they still hold 1,000 litres of water, so you know, win-win for that. And this were free because it was all out of pallets and wood we'd salvage. So all in all, it's a good little way of sourcing extra water, you know, because we're going to go through tons this year. We've got a few beds up here which have probably in need of a bit of TLC. I think we've got honeyberry, we've got our raspberry bed which definitely need a cut back, and then we've got some blackcurrant. Yeah, blackcurrant. We've got a couple of blackcurrant bushes, but it's a bit too close to the fence, so the hedge obviously grows in and this grows out and it becomes quite messy, so I might have to rethink that over the next couple of weeks. I think we've got is it a foxglove? Well, I haven't planted it, whatever it is, so that's going to have to come out, and we're going to get planting in this bed because we didn't plant anything last year, so yeah, we need to sort that out. Moving on down the side of the polytunnel now, this is the dumping ground, but it's looking quite clear, to be fair. You know, there's a bit of crap there, but you know, I can live with that. Might have to burn a bit, but yeah, it's looking all right. Whether we put some more beds in here, I'm a bit unsure, just because it does get quite overgrown down this side, and obviously with everything going off over there, you've got to keep on top of it. One of the most important bits, although it doesn't look it, of the allotment is our little wildlife pond. I'm just going to, because they are the first bit of colour we've had down here. Just poke you right over to the other side there. I think, yeah, Narcissus tete or something like that, are they? I don't know, someone correct me. Daffodils, miniature variety to me, but they're quite nice anyway. Bit of colour, bit of a welcome sight to any early pollinator, so that's what it's all about. Is trying to get more and more bees and stuff onto the plot so that they can then pollinate some of the veggies and stuff, and hopefully we'll have big eels at the end of the year. But yeah, so there is frogs and newts in here. It's probably going to need a bit of a clean out, but yeah, there's full of weeds and crap. But to be fair, I actually quite just like leaving it alone, because yeah, this bit's leave it for nature, let it do its thing. So yeah, so we've got, leaving on from that, we've got pallet storage area. Now, you know me, I use pallets all over, and they are quite good, and obviously I get them for free, so it's a good bit of wood, to be fair. Probably been left out a bit too long, some of these, but they'll be all right. So that is the back of the plot coming behind the greenhouse, and then we've basically, if I lift you up, just got fields all around, which is why we struggle sometimes with the mice and the rats, because they obviously live in the field when the farmer's got his crops out, but when he cuts it, there's nothing for them to eat, so that's why they move into the allotment. So it's got its drawbacks. We've got a couple of plum trees up here, and we've got a couple of cherry trees in pots, because I'm a bit unsure if I even want them here, because I know how big they get. So I did take them out. I think I had them in a fruit cage and then realised, what you doing, lad? They go too big. And we've got a couple of apples here that I got last year, and I just potted up because I didn't know where to put them, and they're just budding, they're only young, and I can't decide whether to put them in the garden at home, because I'm going to be building a new raised bed there, or to plant them maybe as you walk into the plot there, maybe, and have it sort of step over one and grow them like low down, maybe, I don't know. And then we've got another plum here, and sorry, we've got a pair that I've had to dig out to fit the greenhouse in, because you know what it's like when you get a new plot, you just rush, and you always find things you didn't like. So it's better to sort of sit back and think, maybe plan it out, design it, whatever, and then do it, rather than just rushing like me, going in all guns blazing, and then a year later realising it's not going to work. So yeah, top tip from me. One of the last bits is the shed. It's built from Euro pallets. I think it cost about 300 quid to build, all in all, with everything, felt, this bit of timber cladding, and a couple of bits for the roof. But apart from that, everything else is all Euro pallets, and the flooring we even found as well. So yeah, obviously I made it all, so that kept costs down as well. But it's solid, absolutely solid, and you'll not find a shed on the market for under 300 quid, like that, trust me, because I looked. And then we're getting round to the front of the plot, so we've got a bit of a dumping ground here, that needs a tidy up, but we just store stuff on there, but obviously it's under a roof. And then we've got another 2 IBCs, and then we have got more of these barrels that we keep acquiring from Triple Point Brewery. Shout out Triple Point anyway for letting us have them. So yeah, and then the last bit of the plot, obviously it's all the beds down here, which are all full of garlic. The ones over there are onions. These ones are empty. I think we've got rhubarb in that end one. And we've sown our carrots that we posted about last week. So the last area then is where you walk in, and we did dig that out to make another wildlife pond. And we had some flower beds there, but it's become a dumping ground. So yeah, we're gonna have to get that sorted. And yes, well, that is our plot in all its glory. Can't even see now, bloody sun. Look at that. So yeah, it don't cost a lot to run, 20 quid a year. So if you're thinking, sit on the fence. I've had a few people message recently over on Instagram about saying they've been on waiting lists for 3 years, 4 years. I think I was on a waiting list for 4 years. Yeah, 4 years, and it costs £20 for the year. So if you've got an allotment, let me know below how much you pay a year, because I think £20 is a bit of a steal, to be fair. Especially for all that space. I mean, come on, look at it, it's huge, isn't it? So yeah, that is a March plot tour. I think I'm going to do one each month, just to show where we're at, what's going on, and you know, if we can do anything better, what's working, what's not. So yeah, that is the plot. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. If it's helped you out, if it's inspired you to go out and, you know, get your plot in order, give me some ideas. Let me know what to do next time. I think I should do it pissed. What do you think? A few beers, plot tour pissed. We'll see. Anyway, right, I'll see you. Love you and leave you. Have a good week, and we'll see you hopefully probably next week down here. Hopefully with Oscar and the dogs. Behave yourself.